Tell nothing.
I'm a believe you.
Fully done, coming not bright. No,
I'm a
Joe.
believe you.
Big up.
But same dance, you know.
Fully.
No little brightness.
No brightness, Carl.
Spell dance.
No, can't spell no dance. Can't spell nothing. Fully dance. Fully dance. Save that for your next interview. Cause that is a test you just give me. So call it, say give me an assignment. Dance.
Spell bright.
Can't spell nothing. Can't spell nothing.
I'm a believe you.
Fully dance, coming not bright. No, Joe.
Believe you.
Big up.
But same dance, you know.
Fully.
No little brightness.
No brightness, Carl.
Spell dance.
No, can't spell no dance. Can't spell nothing. Fully dance. Save that for your next interview. Cause that is a test you just give me. So call it, say give me an assignment. Dance.
Spell bright.
Can't spell nothing.
I'm a believe you.
Fully dance, coming not bright. No, Joe. Big up.
Me ask a serious question on behalf of all Jamaican citizens worldwide. How I know Kini?
Yo, Gucci.
Hold on there. Where the money there? Where the blood clot hurricane money there? No people no recover from the disaster. Some of them are tarpaulin them live under. Where the money there? Where the blood clot hurricane money there? No people no recover from the disaster. Some of them are tarpaulin them live under. Poor people continue stay strong. Stay far from these politicians. Before them address the real situation. A plan for these poor people and all of them MP boy they fi get fired. Half them regime they get to you them tired. Rebel me people no depend on prayers. In a parliament full of professional liars. Where the money there? 10
years you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through, and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Your JLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Boldness, time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. From Kingston to Legril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You're bringing the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council bro? Country suffocate down and it just smoke. And when we raise we vice so call we political. But the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical. Time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not on the door. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking and I know too late. Time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
Till the silent from the land. Oh, big up all the farmer woman. With a cutlass in her hand. The mother of civilization. Trying her best for the eradication of starvation. What a situation on this nation. So she program. So make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Pick up all of the farmer man. Till the silent from the land. Oh, pick up all the farmer woman. With a cutlass in her hand. The mother of civilization. Trying her best for the eradication of starvation. What a situation on this nation. So she program. So make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so.
Set them on the patrol. No lie. My viewers and subscribers. I want to get straight into it. Saying and the human trafficking deal where Andrew is engaging her. I'm going to go into some more clarity. And this deal it go against our constitution. That human trafficking deal Andrew is trying going on. I want to listen to an interview here with Dion Jackson and the ambassador for Barbados. Listen to this.
We'll talk now about the deportee deals that the United States has been entering into with Caribbean countries. You have to listen to this interview. I had a chance to speak to Sir Ronald Sanders. He is from Antigua and Barbuda. He's their ambassador to the United States. He's leading their negotiations in relation to this third country national agreement between Antigua and Barbuda and the United States. He spoke to me really frankly about the issues involved. Take a listen. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you talking to us here on Radio Jamaica. So I understand you're leading negotiations for Antigua and Barbuda in relation to the third country national discussions with the United States. And I read Parliament just passed a resolution for those talks to continue. Can you tell us how that came about in the first place?
Well, these talks have been ongoing since last year. It's nothing new. The United States, as you know, approached a number of countries in an attempt to get them to agree to take third country nationals that the United States wanted to deport from their own country as undesirable. They started that discussion in a number of countries, including your own, Jamaica. We were involved in those discussions since March last year, and those discussions have continued.
CARICOM, following its recent heads-up government meeting, issued a statement acknowledging that there were concerns, that there are, I should say, concerns and disquiet among the peoples of the region towards this program. Do you understand the kind of concerns that many Caribbean nationals have about these agreements?
Yes, and we have concerns ourselves. That is why we have not signed an agreement with the United States of America. We have entertained a discussion about the United States problem as they see it with immigrants that they wish to deport from their country and other undesirables, but we do not believe that that is our problem. They have a problem which they are trying to decant to other countries around the world to cope with their immigration policies. We too have severe immigration policies in Antigua. For instance, over 50% of the population of Antigua is made up of immigrants. In Antigua, we have at least 10,000 Jamaicans, for instance. We probably have another 15,000 people from the Dominican Republic, and an assorted number of people from the rest of the Caribbean, Guyana, St. Vincent, Dominica, that add up to another 20,000 or so. So we have immigration problems, but we are not trying to decant them onto anyone else. We are trying as best we can to cope with the immigrant difficulty that we have. And indeed, from time to time, we have offered amnesties for the regularization of people who are in our country illegally, to make them legal and to give them a pathway for residence or citizenship if that is what they wish. Now, we think that's the right approach to these matters, but it is not for us to dictate what policies the United States wishes to conduct for its own internal problems. However, while we are willing to discuss with them ways in which we might be helpful, what we were certainly not going to do was to accept some of the conditions that they were trying to lay down for these discussions. And amongst them, for instance, we have said that we will have no automatic or standing program of people coming to our country sent by the United States at the United States' choice. We said that if we continue any discussion with you, it would have to be on the basis of our complete sovereign discretion. In other words, we would reserve the right to reject anyone who is put to us if we consider that person not to be desirable. In any event, Antigua is a small country, smaller than Jamaica, and therefore any numbers that we can take would have to be extremely limited. And what we have said to the United States is that we're not taking any numbers of people on a monthly basis. We would be willing in 2026 on a purely experimental basis to take 10 persons. And we will see how that goes, but that does not bind us to an annual intake of 10 people. And in any event, those 10 people will have to be screened for every, medically, for every possible disease that they might be able to, that they might have or could bring into our country. Will have to be screened to ensure they have absolutely no criminal record beyond maybe overstaying in the United States of America. And we will bear no financial burden for them. The United States would have to pay for their accommodation, their subsistence, their health care, forever how long they happen to be in our country. And in all that we do, we want a clear legal status and return responsibility established.
And this is really America problem. After them problem now, Caribbean country never take up American problem for their head, because America is the problem why these much people left them country come to America, because America and these guys have neocolonialism and still are going to people country and destabilize and mash up people infrastructure. So people are fair left to go in a different people country to look better life. America the real cause of why people too much immigrant in America in the first place. Them cause it. So no Caribbean country not to take up America problem, but no Caribbean country that is America problem. Them have to deal with them problem. No Caribbean country not to take up this problem by their head, but them you go take up Americans. America have to deal with that. Them go around and destroy people country and this neocolonialism style. And at the form of neocolonialism. And so they operate. So them create the problem, them deal with it. Them deal with who them have in their country. Do what they want to do with them, for them problem. No country never do this for now as no favor for Trump and Marco Rubio. For them business that. Anyway, go on to some more of the conversation.
As well as compliance with both domestic and international law. And we also reserve the right to suspend or discontinue any arrangement we might enter with them. Now, that is what went to our House of Representatives yesterday, debated in Parliament, and basically those were the points that the Parliament affirmed. We are quite willing to continue discussions with the United States about third country nationals, but it must be in ways that make sense to us. What the resolution did is it approved the principles within which the government may continue to negotiate. It gave the government the authority to engage the United States, but not authority to abandon Antigua and Barbuda's sovereign, legal rights or its financial interests, or the right to decide who enters the country.
Given some of those concerns that you raised, especially the size of Antigua and Barbuda and the limited capacity to take in numbers of people, some might ask, why participate at all?
Why is any country considering this? Why is Jamaica considering it? Why is Trinidad and Tobago? Why is Guyana? All of these countries are considering it because we live at a time when we are extremely vulnerable to the policies of larger countries. Now, Antigua, like Jamaica, has a large tourism industry that comes from the United States. And we all know that with a stroke of a pen, by saying that either your level of criminality is too high or some other reason given for an advisory against your country, United States tourism could end. If the United States decided for some reason that every product that we sent to their country should attract a tariff which would make it totally uncompetitive in the United States, they could do that too. So everybody is aware that part of what we have to think about in all of this is whether the United States, given its present policies and attitudes, would not seek to punish any country which did not cooperate with it in this regard. So we have to leave ourselves open to be able to negotiate that against the fact that there's a sword of Damocles hanging over our heads, whether people want to admit that or not.
Andrew, when you see out of him stinking mouth, him question Michael Manley judgment. This time around, I question him judgment. Because under no circumstances, no country in this time or any time can tell me if you take 10,000 of the most despicable criminal, a rapist, pedophile, what they have in a them country as a favor. No country couldn't tell me that. So, I go talk to my people and I say, look, I not do this, but it will come with consequences. I know America come down. Sanction and tourism. Fuck off with tourism. Jamaica not really benefit nothing from tourism. See? So we have to go plant for do. Plant want to eat and eat want to grow. See? But under no circumstances, no country can look for me as a leader and tell me if you take 10,000 and then criminal out of them country as a favor. Which country could I tell me that? You think Marco Rubio could have tell me that if me did I run the country? You think Donald Trump could have tell me that if me did I run the country? You think Donald Trump and Marco Rubio could have tell me if send out the Cuban doctor them out of my country where I help the people them who put me there, which part me there? You think them could have tell me that? Andrew come talk about him, think more about him question Michael Manley judgment. We are questioning for your judgment now, pussy.
That is the reality of the situation. So what we have to do is to protect our sovereignty, protect our borders, protect our people, while at the same time trying to see how best we can help the United States to deal with this problem that it says is so serious and they want it.
There's no help. So one Caribbean country can help America in a freedom problem with them over criminal when they have in their country. Because when you check it out in the 80s, not the same America and the CIA, full Jamaica with gun, burn down Eden type home and cause and whole havoc in our country. So when you check it out, everybody who run against America, and because America have a hand in their country, destroy, destabilize their country because foreign investor can't get to have it for them way. Same thing they doing in Cuba. before Castro take over, and they never used to plunder Cuba. When Castro come and said that can't work. And then hate Castro. But make thing they hate Michael Manley. And Michael Manley said, no can't come get the backside for nothing. The people don't have to benefit from this thing here. So really and truly, America for just move them pussy hole and go with them sanction. Don't give a fuck about them and them sanction. Plant wanna eat and eat wanna grow. Make them turn with them criminal. Because America breed up these criminals. Make them turn with them problem. Can't tell me, as a elected prime minister, elected by the people them, you're gonna tell me now one next prime minister, one next president, you're gonna tell me you have to take 10,000 criminals from me as a favor. Who you could have tell that? You think Marco Rubio could have tell me that? You think Donald Trump could have tell me that? They end up to tap the tourists them from come because the people them not benefit. Edmund Bartlett and Jonas and Juliet and the whole of them lot. And them have been benefit from tourism. Because with these hotel have the workers them for 3 months and some working experience type of vibe. So they work for 3 months. And after the 3 months done, I got about 2 somebody they hire out of the batch. Who benefit from tourism? Better the people them go get familiar with the blood clot land and plant with them eat and eat with them grow and start live like tourists. We don't have this work for go kill out on yourself fan. And just satisfied with one on the main and go pile off on seaside as long as you don't want. Because we don't do it. We don't get caught up in the matrix again and enjoy on the river. Plant up on a farm and live back with nature. Make them fuck off. I'm willing to do this right now. Because the Babylon way of life is destruction, death and destruction. So I choose to go back, go live like how we used to live back in the 80s and 90s and 70s, over the whole we live now. It's easier if you go live back and plant ground and plant farm and live free. And now if you think about if you get up and go nobody work. I just get up in the morning and go deal with my vineyard and go and chill. Deal with my vineyard and go and chill and enjoy the land and get to understand nature. Because when you have vibe in nature, some things reveal to you. I'm willing to go do that right now. See? So when you hear what this virgin here say, so Andrew Wellness violate the Constitution and go in a human trafficking with America. See? And see the next video I'm going to play now is a long time video to show you the direction and the plan where Andrew Wellness have for the Jamaican people. Because look a bit from now, them are going to divest Water Commission to foreign people. Them are going to sell the Water Commission to foreign people. So foreign people are going to own, are going to control the water system in Jamaica. And we're not going to sit back and make that happen. If Andrew Wellness is a divest and sell out all the Jamaican asset, the asset in the country, it's as cheap Andrew go suck out him and just resign. Because if you sell out the asset, then that means you can't manage. So if you can't manage, pussy just lift up. I don't think nobody are going to miss you. Anyway, this I want to name Memory Card. Listen to this.
Mission orders issued by the National Water Commission takes effect today. That means tighter restrictions for all Jamaicans using water.
Now, the Minister with responsibility for water, Senator Matthew Samu.
You hear what I'm saying? Tighter restriction for every Jamaican using water. Jamaica where them say land and wood and water. Jamaica where them say land and wood and water. Look a bit from now, foreign people will control the water in Jamaica. The water in Jamaica, Black Beauty where I did. Look a bit from now, it's going to control by foreign people. And I'm going to drag on, I'm going to bust on, I'm going to go to something to think about. It's the water hold memory the longest. Water hold memory the longest. All of the ancient knowledge them. It's in the water. That is why AI and the data center use a lot of fresh, clean water, not dirty water. If you don't notice, clean water. AI and them data center use more water than what human consume. So AI and human are going to compete for fresh water. I want to make it so keen. But anyway, continue to listen to this.
That is warning Jamaicans to observe the restrictions.
The details in this report.
No indication has been given for when the prohibition order will end. But as of today, persons are only allowed to use water for basic needs such as drinking. Anyone found in breach of the new restrictions could be fined or imprisoned for up to 30 days.
The National Water Commission absolutely prohibits in all areas of the island of Jamaica served by drought-affected water supply systems the use of water supplied by or obtained through the pipes of the Commission for irrigation and watering of gardens, lawns, grounds and farms, refilling or supplying of ponds or swimming pools, and or use other than normal domestic services such as drinking, cooking, washing, bathing and sanitation.
Kingston and St. Andrew are among the parishes hardest hit by the ongoing dry spell. At present, the Hermitage and Mona water facilities, which serve many of the communities in both parishes, are between 33 to 37 of storage capacity. That means there's about 30 days worth of water supply available for those people. Water Minister Senator Matthew Samuda explained that the recent rains didn't really help.
Though Jamaica has experienced some increased rainfall in recent weeks, it is neither evenly distributed or sufficient to provide respite for affected communities. The eastern end of the island has continued to suffer disproportionately.
I'm telling you this. At no time in Jamaican history, Jamaica have water shortage. Or this thing we didn't talk about drought. It is a lie from the pit of hell. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And if you don't understand the matrix, you know say a lie them I tell. Them have to fall in line. So then come with this narrative about drought. I know enough place water never move, water can't just throw them up with the system in place to pump these water all over the island. There is no such thing as drought in Jamaica. But the government has shown us say them can put in rules and regulations, restrict you to only use the water for cook and bathe. Can't farm, can't wash no vehicle, can't do nothing with it but cook and bathe. Them are sure now which part them are carry Jamaica go. Liquor by liquor. If only the people them open their eye instead of direction. Say rather on the other hand, Flight Green and the powers that be collude for destroy local farming in Jamaica. So them plan is to discourage local farmers who can't bother to go register with the rider. People must stand up and make a fight against this system. There's no way the public servants that dictate how we live. And these things that are coming with, if you put you under pressure and people come like people them must understand science. There's no way public servants are telling us we as a native we can't farm with things and sell it amongst each other. There's no way one corporation can restrict we from commerce amongst each other. It must never be. It must never be. We will make public servant and tell we so we can farm and sell amongst each other if we don't want to join up with the genocide company rather. Because them turn rather in a genocide company, you know, to destroy local farming. Nobody enough work with this system here. And I talk about lock up. Well, tell anybody who make the lie, tell me go lock up them dirty work, they sell pussy mama. Anybody come up with these rules, But farmer tell them to go lock up them dirty whore and sell pussy mama. No Jamaican. No fit take no talk from no government institution. But uno can't do commerce amongst each other without uno sign up with rather. Tell anybody come up with this, tell them to go dive in them mama. Nobody know to work with this. It's with lock down. It can't like a blood clot joke. No government boy, no government girl can tell me say me can't farm and go sell amongst my native family and friends them. No government institution can tell me about if me not sign up with rider. Me can't sell them my plan. Go suck out to no mama. You can't tell me that. And no Jamaican have to work with this. Some of them are MP ones, people see them around and kick down them blood clot. No government batty boy and no warring government girl can tell me say we can farm and sell amongst each other, to do commerce amongst each other. No public servant boy or girl can come to go suck out to no ma. We never elect if you come put pressure upon we. You come like you don't have a beat on a bumbo clot. The thing we elect if you come turn around and come turn a pain in our blood clot. You don't want people soon around and kick down the blood clot. And use broadboard and lick on across on the face. Turn on an idiot. No blood clot public servant boy or girl can tell we say we can't farm, we land and do commerce against each other. If we in a journey rider go suck on a map, brawling. Anybody come up with this, you don't want no teeth lick out with Sejama.
Consequently, residents are being urged to do their part and conserve the little water available. But what of the criticisms that the authorities aren't doing their part, especially when it comes to responding to reports of broken mains?
The Water Commission takes no pleasure out of seeing a leak, especially knowing the numbers. There is no pleasure in seeing water run on the road, and we do respond as quickly as possible. In fact, at the parish levels,
you see what I can see through the matrix, like how we can see through it. If you can see through the matrix, like how we can see through it, then I pussy and I walk on the road, then walk and hide. And then I hear me say, if you could have said it, say, you could see right through them and the agenda and the plot, then my pussy I couldn't come on the road. And you believe me? If you just see the things that I say, then my batty boy could have never come on the road. No time and them couldn't come on the road.
we've been working very closely with municipal contractors and with NWA teams to ensure we're able to respond faster.
Through the near $150 million state-led program, water will continue to be trucked to some of the areas worst affected by the ongoing dry spell.
They must a lie, man. There is no such thing as water shortage in Jamaica, you know. There is no such thing as water shortage in Jamaica. The spring them never run dry. There is no such thing as a lie. It's an illusion. Anyway, that's how them plan. They must show what them can do. Them can restrict and make them only can use the water to bathe and cook. Instead of them show now, I'm going to fall for this. So look a boy and girl. They walk up and down night and day in a uniform. I tell them about if you give them the work. So look a blood clot, shit in a plate, take off shoes and walk in a river. I beg you, if you give them the work. This of them I can tell you about you only can use water for bathe and cook. Cook on uno toe. Go tell them the dirty worthless man when I like bathe. Go tell them the dirty worthless woman when I like bathe. Say they only can use water for cook and bathe. We are going to use cook on them. I say, in everything, we can't wait for the day before we get a chance to beat the Labour Right MP them. Sometimes we rise in the morning, I pray for this morning in the morning and forget beaten. The way I want to beat them like how dry peas on fire. As some I want to beat them. Remember 15 of them are thief. And they're on a witch hunt to destroy the Integrity Commission. 15 of them are thief. 15, remember, you know, the Jamaica Labour Party is none and vile, you know. How 35 seats they have. They can't run the country with 20 members of parliament. Juliet Cockbird, it come to my attention say you're under the radar of the Integrity Commission. That is why you're so bitter against them in the parliament. And you were the one, Iron Ballon Juliet Cockbird, big and hot, sweet pepper Juliet Cockbird, whenever win a medal for Jamaica. I just see the reason why you're so hard. You come down so hard on the Integrity Commission. Because then come on your yard and you fail to let them in. Juliet Cockbird. Juliet Cockbird. Where you hide from the Integrity Commission? And you will say not me. See there? You hide from them, ma'am. You're going to show the people them. Now make them see your feel page. See there? Juliet Cockbird. You don't look good. This dirty fucker, Juliet Cockbird. I'm going to make sure you can see it good. The one that was the blood clot Jezebel girl in a parliament. I care to over some more. I wonder why the Jezebel girl Juliet Cockbird in a parliament also hot for the Integrity Commission. See there? See there? The blood clot dirty drunker. See there? Juliet Cockbird. The Integrity Commission come in your yard few months ago and tried to enter my home and didn't want to give the gate any information. The Integrity Commission are smart people, them can't come at your place and chat to gate. See there? For she said gate man, you know, she said gate. See? The IC only a few months ago tried to enter my home and didn't want to give the gate any information. They told the security they wish to visit my premises. Juliet Cockbird, where I hide from the Integrity Commission. So, that is blood clot drunk thief. See there? See, you see them vehicle on camera, after in our house I hide, you know. Juliet Cockbird in our house hiding. Juliet Cockbird in our house hiding from the IC. Juliet Cockbird, where are you? Juliet Cockbird, where are you? She under bed hiding. See there? Juliet Cockbird failed for give the Integrity Commission permission to enter her premises because she hide. You never see smoke without fire. That is why she sound like that in the parliament against the Integrity Commission. Because through she dirty blood clot warring girl knows the fear name. In the 15. The girl they send go foreign and she instead of she go train for run. She fuck down the place and catch unwanted belly and after that she away. That blood clot tough girl. Now the parliament give me problem. See there? She hide from the IC. The dash belly girl hide from the IC. Eh? Picking a whole man again, she have to dash the belly. See dirty fucker ya. I hide from IC. Eh? See that Juliet Cockbird page, how she write it. See the blood clot tough bumbo clot piece of board there. Eh? Piece of la good board there. The tough blood clot la good board. We have been up concrete nail. See the drunker here. See the tough la good board that we have been up concrete nail. Juliet Cockbird, I hide from the IC. Eh? Only a few months ago the IC tried to enter our premises. And she refused for letting the IC on our premises. Dirty think Juliet Cockbird. Dash your belly Juliet Cockbird. Yes, you. You piece of shit bag. We never win a medal for Jamaica. You got foreign for go train and say they go train. You have fucked down the place catch unwanted belly. You drunker. Want to discredit the Integrity Commission. You don't have any credit. You don't have any credibility of yourself. I don't think your husband will trust you. Because you send a friend for go run and a fuck you go fucking say for go train for run. That is why you never win a medal for Jamaica. And when you have focus on the track, you have focus on cock. Eh? Instead of you have focus on the track, dash your belly Juliet Cockbird, you have focus on cock. See there? You hide from the IC. Where you hide for?
Like you're so vocal in the parliament. You know, if you come out vocal, go and talk to the Integrity Commission. Tell them what they want to hear. Why you hide from the Integrity Commission, Juliet Cockbird? Tell them what they want to hear. Are you a criminal, ma'am? Juliet Cockbird. Are you under investigation for illicit enrichment? Juliet Cockbird. Juliet Cocky Bird. Hey, you love cocky, you know. That is why you get early belly and have to dash away. Walk in cemetery, Juliet Cockbird. Are you under investigation by the Integrity Commission? Cemetery. Labour Right Cemetery, MP. Labour Right Walk-in Cemetery. Juliet Cockbird and Labour Right Walk-in Cemetery. Genetic Modifier Walk-in Cemetery, Juliet Cockbird. Are you on an investigation, ma'am, for illicit enrichment? Why you hide from the Integrity Commission? That is why you campaign against the Integrity Commission in the Parliament. You never see this dirty fucker here. All a good tree. All a good tree with Gilbert brought down. Eh? These all tough la good tree with Gilbert brought down. We have been concrete nail. Eh? This all tree, all a good tree we blow down from Gilbert. We have been concrete nail. You on an investigation? Eh? Hardware and lumber, Juliet Cockbird. So, this look like a Andrew Wheatley and the two Juliet on an investigation. This look like a Andrew Wheatley, the two Andrew and the two Bumbleclad. Yeah, so nice. The two Andrew and the two Juliet. And the investigation. Boy, Parliament no good, man. Eh? Me go check my boss tomorrow when I go to work. I ask him say if he want me him go in business. Because we have to create one movie after the Jamaica Labour Party. Criminal Gang. And see if we can sell Netflix and Hollywood. Because at the present moment, Jamaica run by 20 MP. The government are run by 20 MP because 15 of them to get locked up and go behind bars. And talking about Juliet Cockbird, my Prime Minister released one video, you know. And I feel like I want to share. Before I share with him, he said this dirty fucker here. Him. Is this a boy here? This is a dirty boy here. Everything we have to Jamaica now, they plan this about the boy head. See me, Glasspole brown. You see everything we see I reach Jamaican people them now, Glasspole brown are the cause. Glasspole brown are the one who responds to the diversion of the election. Glasspole brown. Response to the I am creating the diversion. Only not here, man, before election, you know, Pa Andre Stevenson, you know, me hear say, Glasspole brown wife say, from she born, from starfish up and oyster up a shingle, at first she was so much money. She say, from she born out her mother pianist, at the first she was so much money. That's how we hear. So Glasspole brown, the blood of my people is upon you. What you gonna do? Glasspole brown, the blood of my people is upon you. What you gonna do? You can't run, you can't escape. There's no hiding place here, Glasspole brown. So whatever Andrew wants to tell you, that are in the past tense, you need to start think about now. Because now we're going to hold you accountable. Because the cry of my people is upon you, Glasspole Brown. The election, the award, you get award to swing the election. You get award for swing the election, my brother, Glasspole Brown. And when you see your wife says she money like a goat shit. So Glasspole Brown, don't never for 1 minute think say you is innocent in the whole of this. Sometimes, and you know, you can't sell out for money. Sometimes you have to know for hold out. I say if you don't know for hold out, you will put your bottom over the counter like Andrew. Glasspole Brown, if you don't know for hold out, you will put your bottom over the counter like Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister. And the first gay Prime Minister we have Andrew Holness. Which we come out so broad. We know to see a guy that gay, you know. Because in beat Desmond Mackenzie, we broke out Desmond Mackenzie, you know. Because through them, Siaga them come from the era when them a beat Jamaican for the butt breaking, you know. So Desmond Mackenzie are the last era and the butt breaking beating we go on in Jamaica. See? So Andrew Holness now are the new age first gay Prime Minister we have. So only have a right if you don't think for one bit say Andrew is not a shit in a plate. Or no must live under a rock. Anyway, I'm going to make you hear what my Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, and Jamaican Prime Minister have to say. Because we all know the reason why Andrew is deal with Jamaican people so is because Jamaican people vote him out the 3rd of September last year. That is the reason why the sufferation are going on in Jamaica. So Andrew Holness I carry belly for Jamaican people. Andrew Holness I carry belly for Jamaican people. But if you talk, I want baby father because and the Jamaican people broke him out in this batty business. In catch that type of lifestyle around Siaga. Anyway, when I hear what my Prime Minister officer, former Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, the man with record clean like for Jesus one. The man with record clean like for Jesus one. We shit in a plate there and Damon Crawford. I try to style. Damon Crawford go, damn son shit batty boy. And come down. I go and tell Shalom to take down a blood clot. Damon Crawford. Now out your mama and go a batty boy. When I rate the boy a pussy. You're Judas. I can't rate you again, batty boy. So me I go play the man with a bad mind. Damon Crawford. I go and play the man with a bad mind and want to be like. But Mark Golding is not a goat farmer. Mark Golding is the best legislator in the Caribbean. So drink some water upon that and go mind your business, pussy, your bad mind. And we don't like you again. So better you left and go believe right. And we now going to miss it to pussy. And you're Judas. You bumbleclad, Batman, Damon Crawford. You're Judas boy, your pussy. And we now start burn you. Lift up and go, batty boy. And we now start burn you. Lift up and go. When I rate the boy, your pussy. You can throw in the blood clot towel and go join Andrew Holness Batman. When I rate a bumbo and go trim off your locks. Yeah, wolf in a sheet, you poke blood clot dread. You Damon Crawford, you poke blood clot dread. Move your pussy hole and go. See man with a bad mind. The man with in record clean like for Jesus one. And you say, if you didn't have the same position like Andrew, you don't want to see him. You don't take the same road like Andrew. Move your teeth in bumbo and go. Because you must have one teeth here, think like that. But you know, we don't really integrate the commission report. Damon Crawford, move your blood clot bad mind self and go. And left the party and go pussy. We put Steve McGregor in your position, Batman. We use Steve McGregor replace your pussy. Go and go join Andrew Holness, because thief in money you want to spend. Move your blood clot, pocket, bomber clot, self fire and go batty boy. When I rate you boy a pussy, I will never rate you again. Just know we will never rate you again, Matty boy. Your blood clot, modern day Judas. The thing burn me and fuck. Just listen to my Prime Minister, you know, like and share.
Today I want to talk about the Integrity Commission and the overall fight against corruption, cronyism, nepotism, and other maladministration in our country, Jamaica. There was a recent meeting in Parliament of the Oversight Committee that's responsible for ensuring that the Integrity Commission is functioning.
Dear man Crawford, see man where you can't be like pussy. See man where you can't be like Matty boy. You can't be like a Mark Golden pussy. He's a one blood clot, you're was. Dear man Crawford is a blood clot, was MP. You never study if you make honey. You run off early. More your blood clot. And be a cone you can't make no honey. You're was pussy and you're wild was. See man where you can't be like. Where you wanna be like. And can't be like. And will never be like pussy.
Efficiently and has the resources that it needs, and generally dealing with policy issues in relation to the Integrity Commission. And a suggestion was made that the function of the Integrity Commission in relation to parliamentarians, where they receive our annual declarations, review them, scrutinize them, and if necessary take action in relation to them, should be removed from the Integrity Commission and sent to the Financial Investigations
Prime
Division.
Minister from last year, September, chat. This is the Prime Minister from last year, September. The local government election show you who are going to win the election. After Cliff Suckwood, Cliff Hughes, tell the world, the Mark Golden win the election. Coming from a political dead. I saw Cliff Hughes say, coming from a political dead in this try. The Jamaica Labour Party and Jones administration in the local government election. And Jones called blood clot Cliff Hughes and say you need to retract that. He said you have to pay all of the tax money where you owe the country. Cliff Hughes have to come back, come near me and vomit like a dog. The local government election last year, sure we say the People's National Party win the general election. And there is no dispute about that. So this is the Prime Minister from last year, September. That is why Darrell Valls come now and blame the People's National Party for the toll. Because Marky G, as we all call him, is the Prime Minister from last year, 3rd of September. So, we're not chattings. I will not stop until Mark Golden in a rightful place for today. The Prime Minister of Jamaica can win it from last year, September. And we will never stop. Full blood clot speed ahead. Del right chuck, pussy. You talk about blood and fire mean. You talk about blood and fire mean. You soon see what blood clot mean. When you have to go release the sex offender registry. You hear Batty boy there right chuck? You soon know what blood and fire come mean. When you have to go release the sex offender registry. Because your Virgin Montague said look a 13-year-old girl a blackmail him. I'm going to know one big of a coast crusty man like Robert Montague. How can one 13-year-old girl a blackmail him until we know deal with? So then right chuck? Your friend them secret, your rape a friend them secret where you hide. It soon come to light, my brother. It soon come to light. And Dion Crawford will tell we him not read the Integrity Commission report. Dion Crawford is a disgrace to the entire human race. As a Rasta. And we can't trust you against you, brother. We think you just cross the fence. We put Steve McGregor in a your seat. And say Andre Stevens the same I can run for a seat. We now, hey, Dion Crawford, I now tell him there's nothing you can do again for me rate you. As a comrade, because I don't see you as a comrade. And He's a very devious pussy. Very, very devious piece of boy. And me can't get over this bridge. Me can't get over this bridge. Me can't feel good until Damon Crawford pack up him bag and left. Because we now form the government with Damon Crawford amongst we. We now form government with Damon Crawford amongst we. And can leave like Karen Cross. And can leave like the next one get a bicycle. One day say Desmond Mackenzie a fuck. They look at get a bicycle one day. We did down at Westmoreland down with where the girl in there, look at Matt Bumbuckler girl when I get now work for Andrew. One time she da walk up and down with Juliet owners. Then in that Westmoreland with Moreland Hill. But Damon Crawford is an outcast to the People's National Party. Enough people now go tell you about me and make you know he's an outcast. And it don't make no sense to hang around. I tell you the truth, brother. We can't tell you the party secret again because you're Judas. We can't, and the supporters them are not your own. Because remember, Manly Heights them. I done your supporters them, we have in your constituency, I done PNP them already. You can't convince them. The woman show you, so you can't convince them, you can't change them. When I try to get him to familiarize herself with Andrew, she show you upon your face. Say, you can't convince me. These are Manly Heights. So Damon Crawford, we now form the government with you, brother. We now form the government today. You're Judas. And I can't rate you again. As long as I live, I can't rate you again. Because I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed in you, my youth. I can't believe it's corruption money. Change the Damon Crawford money because the most corruption money why the sudden change. Or somebody bribe you. You take program from somebody, my boss. And Rasta man believe in a self-reliance and do things for them way. Live off of the style. But with you wanna say you stay. No. If you look at selfish interest, Damon Crawford, better you go and go raise some goat here, man. Go and go build up your goat farm and get yourself occupied. And at any point in time, you feel like you want to pretend like you're a prime minister. Even time when you put the whole of your goat them come one place, you just pretend like you're the prime minister. Yeah, man, anything you feel like you want, just talk to your goat them. You diss yourself, my boss. So you have to get dismissed. You diss yourself. And you diss Mark Golden, and Mark Golden never deserve it. The disrespect you carry on upon him. The disrespect you carry on upon Mark Golden never deserve it. Because you know Mark Golden win the general election. So you have to just disrespect. Say, me vex, man. When I see Cliff Hughes, of all person, come out with them a propaganda. I say I have a propaganda this. But through me doing a prayer, I say I go and watch her go on. I lose off of your fuck Damon Crawford. I say, it come like you're my virgin and you diss me. Like, it come like me know you personally. And you're my virgin and we go through rough times and you diss me along the way. So I feel, virgin, I feel hurt about the situation, G. Particularly, I feel bad about the situation. I hurt the fuck. If you know, say, a Damon Crawford could have come disrespect Mark Golden like this. Like you try to make it look like Mark Golden is not a good blood clot leader. Saying, I hurt Bridget. I hurt Bridget. So better you just left the party and go here and go suck out your mama and go. That's how I feel, Bridget. I deal with you like a labor right now. Who bear disrespect for your bumbo clot. Yeah, man, that's how I deal with like labor right now. But you left, Bridget. There is no way you should have want to mash up, but you left, Bridget. PNP party bigger than you, brother. It's bigger than you, brother. It's a movement, brother. It's not even a party. A Jamaica Labour have party. A Jamaica Labour, them have party. The People's National Party thing is a movement for righteousness, brother. And a party thing is a movement, brother. That is why people who now deal with voting still support the policy of the People's National Party, brother. Because it is a movement, brother. It's bigger than you. You will look a shit rat cut. Can't change this thing out. We just know, say, you hide amongst us for so long. Disguise yourself. You feel away, brother. I know you make it look like people. You this yourself, brother. Just like Andrew said, brother. You power the labor until you start operate like them and do things like them. You can't cuss Marlon Morgan again, brother. You can't cuss Abka Fitzhenley again, D.D. Man Crawford. You can't cuss none of these brethren again. You and them are the same thing, brother. You can't open your mouth and say nothing about none of these brethren. You and them are the same. You can't say nothing about George Davis. You can't say nothing about... You and them are the same thing, brother. You don't fit for there in the party, brother. Personal interest, Black Beauty. Auntie Winnie. I say I feel away, man. God no, I feel away. I better I left. If you just pack up and left, give Cliff Hughes them more things to talk about. Because, I'm telling you something, you know. You see, before good things happen, sometimes you have to clean out all old cobweb. You understand? If you clean out all of the old cobweb, yeah man, dust on the place, man. And make sure the light come through the window and see my David, open the door and make the place beat breeze out, and see my David, clean on the wall and clean on the tile and clean on the place, man. So when I left, now look at dust and turn in the room. No dust and turn. While I sweep out all dust, all cobweb. I feel it, Auntie Winnie, man. I never expect from him, brother. Never expect. Man disrespect Michael Manley, may I tell you. Man disrespect Michael Manley and Norman Manley. And that may I tell you. Man is a blood clot, modern day Judas. Yeah, man, but anyway, listen what the Prime Minister say. From last year, 3rd of September, see what Prime Minister here. So get familiar. For all who don't know, who don't know now. So get familiar to the Prime Minister, the original Prime Minister of Jamaica. So you say if you never know, you don't get familiar and you don't know now.
Is the FID. Now, that is a terrible idea and one which I certainly would never support. The Integrity Commission is designed with appropriate checks and balances to ensure that it can play its role properly, efficiently, and transparently. It has a board of 5 commissioners. 2 of them are retired judges. 1 is the Auditor General, and 2 are reputable persons from civil society who are appointed by the Governor General, having consulted with the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. And those 5 persons operate separately from management. They give management oversight and governance support. Management does the work and reports to the 5 commissioners. That's an important check and balance. There's a Director of Corruption Prosecutions who is not accountable to anyone other than the DPP's constitutional powers to take over or discontinue any prosecution, which is in Section 94 of the Constitution. So the Director of Corruption Prosecutions is essentially an autonomous officer in charge of making the decisions as to whether to prosecute or not, based on the investigations done by the Integrity Commission in their other departments. These are important matters. There's also the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee of Parliament, specifically set up by an amendment to the Standing Orders of Parliament, where the Integrity Commission can come transparently to Parliament to share with Parliament whatever concerns they have about the way in which they're functioning. So if they have issues to do with their human resource complement and so on, or other funding issues, or issues to do with the legislation where they perceive there to be gaps or things that need to be strengthened, they can share that in a transparent way with the Parliament. Now, the FID has none of those things. The FID is really a department operating within the Ministry of Finance, and as we can see, the appointments of the leadership of the FID can be problematic. Last year, I think
The team we could have rate Andrew Honest. I don't see man a real bomb buckler Batman man. The man a do everything in his power to hide the cut. You must see man a real blood clot dog shit man. Andrew Honest. The man a real blood clot dog shit. Some people come out and come chat up with them out boy. I was blood clot Andrew Honest. Andrew Honest a real blood clot dog shit at roadside. Real blood clot dog shit. The Prime Minister of Jamaica. Real bomb buckler dog shit at roadside. And nobody want pussy old thief. Andrew nobody boy man.
We had a situation where the Integrity Commission's report on the Prime Minister had been a very controversial issue in the country, and the Integrity Commission referred that matter to the FID because there were issues which they needed further investigation, and they weren't getting the full cooperation to do that investigation. And then the current senior officer within the FID had commented publicly in the media in support of the Prime Minister's position on these issues, and then was subsequently appointed to run the FID. Now that to me is a clear politicization of the FID. We objected to it.
That just shows that they're a criminal. And everything when the Integrity Commission say about them, yo, before we make them mash up the Integrity Commission, we prefer mash up the blood clot government. Before we sit back and make them destroy the Integrity Commission, we prefer destroy the Parliament. Because if them want to destroy the Integrity Commission, it's only because I'm a thief. And before we sit back and allow that to happen, we prefer destroy the Parliament. Destroy, make government have to make this Parliament thing have to stop. And we're serious. At time for we rise up and just take out them a batty boy out of the Parliament. Because it is plain. So them are thief. And they want to do everything in their power. From God prison. If we just get mad and just lock down the bumbo card place. We don't take no more talk from this batty boy Prime Minister. Batty man Prime Minister boy. No more blood clot talk. They are criminal them. You see how the gag order when they come in with the gag order. And when it remember you know, them put gag order and make the Integrity Commission them can't come out and say nothing, you know. And the pussy old thief in blood clot drunkard them, you know, just out and run up them out, you know, through their nose so the Integrity Commission can't come out and respond. Them a boy I need to get somebody tape up in their mouth. Eh? They want to put people put on big boat and jump in their mouth. Put on water boat and jump in their mouth. Jump on and lift, pop out them blood clot teeth. They don't want people to do them bad. They might pussy up. They don't want people to see them and just spring on them like a foul and blind them bumbo. Pluck out them. Them a batty boy want people to do them terrible. No a boy want people to see them and just joke out them blood clot eye. You know this is a criminal there. You know why I last to see it? Why them not go through so much? Why them want them a batty boy want somebody joke out their eye. The 15 of them were a thief. You see? One Jamaican chop off them 2 blood clot hand. Them are 15 politicians, one then hand them chop off. You know come about, you know come fight in the commission. Pussy, you know want jungle justice. You know politician. We are trying to destroy the Integrity Commission through no investigation. You know want people so want to chop up on a blood clot. Jungle justice for no bomber war. You know want Jamaican to chop up on a blood clot. You know politician boy. We are on an investigation and not try to destroy the Integrity Commission. Eh? And I try to discredit it. You know want Jamaican citizens of the zone and chop up on a blood clot to taxpayer money. And a criminal. You know want forget, you know want we deal with them like cream blood. You know want we do them like criminal. Soon and just so where we taxpayer money there. I'm not going on talk, I'm not just get the chopping on a blood clot. That's so I want people soon and deal with them. Where tax money are real read. Where tax money there. And he can't go on the street and one chop in him blood clot. When Andrew wonders, yo, what happened with you as the Prime Minister? And he take, and you can't certify. What with that? And he can't get one chop in him blood clot. The weekly him. And he can't want. Eh? If they can't go on talk about with taxpayer money. With discipline and blood clot. And so me feel, me say me mad for them. Me say me mad for them. You see the pussy hole them a try to do everything in them power. If you know that, me mad. For we can't allow that to happen. For that we lock down the blood clot government, in the parliament. And if any Labour right coming out here, we just delete them blood clot. So then come and delete them. Because no one no dog piss on the wall of Babylon how escape the rat. When if the Labour right them come, we just mash up them bumper clot. I mean, they know so this is not a party thing. So if you don't come in defense of a man, a thief, you don't get on a pussy boss. If you don't come and defend Jamaica, we're on the same page. But if you don't come and defend a guy who you don't like, you don't get on a pussy boss. That's so me feel.
Strongly, we would never.
Jamaica run by one with a criminal. Where I make rules and law. I can't work with that a blood clot. There's no way I can feel good in myself as a sensible human being and sit back and allow criminal to make pass rules and law who are going to make my life harder. That mean a madman a bumbo clot. Eh? That mean a madman. Eh? Something have wrong with me. I'm sure nothing wrong with me. I mean, will never sit down and allow no criminal to make no rules and law over me. It will never happen. For that you're not going to read about me in a history as a warrior like Taki. I don't know. You know if you can read about me in a history as a warrior like Taki. Suck out to no mama. It will never work. No criminal. Now pass no laws and rule over me to make my life harder. For that you're not read about me like Taki.
Consulted as opposition, and that is the situation that prevails today. And now we're seeing JLP members of parliament saying that the whole investigation and responsibility for parliamentarians and their integrity is to be shifted to the FID. We will never support that. It's wrong, it's flawed, and it's just going to reinforce a culture of impunity, lack of accountability, and corruption in the country. Jamaica needs to be very wary of anything said or done by this government in the fight against corruption. The Prime Minister has a major unresolved issue concerning his own financial affairs, which the Integrity Commission had reported on. There's another minister.
We're not no talk from the batty boy Andrew Wellness until he can show us and certify by the Integrity. Andrew going, nyam out your mama batty boy. Jamaica do not play with this pussy here. When you see him, you have to run him away. So go damn shit pussy and go certify yourself. We're not no talk from your batty boy. Andrew, talk him on TV, not no talk from your pussy. Go certify yourself and go and chat to me. Go, hey, move up and go batty boy. We're not pet your own pussy. You go in a World Cup. And watch World Cup final, you need to come tell me if a taxpayer money use and got blood clot World Cup too. Here pussy, you need to come tell me how you reach a World Cup and who fund you to get a World Cup and if a taxpayer money use got a World Cup. You come talk about this and talk about that. Or about that World Cup pussy and your country in this condition. The state of Jamaica and you that World Cup. Jamaican people beat your pussy if you can't give me no answer, you know. Jamaican people beat your blood clot. You don't know? You say you forget a beating from Jamaican people. You can't stay there. You forget a beating from the people them. You're a public servant and you're a criminal, you fuck up. You forget a beating for that before you get locked up. Eh? You breach your trust. And start thief and we. And then set up your next friend them for thief. You need to get a beating from Jamaican people them pussy. I'm serious. I'm going to tell you, if you hear my voice, if you know something, say like your ear, I said something serious, as I'm serious and the judge them when you pay for the on side with you. I'm serious and the judge them when you bribe. You forget a beating pussy. You violate the contract when you sign with we. And for that reason, if you get discipline, people see and laugh with it, like to feel like this is a laughing thing. Laugh with the weird. We don't laugh with criminals. We don't harm a blood clot criminal. We don't laugh with criminal. We don't associate with criminal. Andrew wanna see his known blood clot different. Nyam out your mama and go certify your asset and come back and talk to the pussy. I'm serious. We don't have nothing to do with no criminal. So anybody I guess up, any leader around the world, I guess up, or any private sector I guess up, tell them said the citizens them they don't know blood clot, talking with no criminal. Yeah? So you can go on out, go make plans and chat with your friend them. But tell them say we not work with you as a blood clot criminal. Make them know that. You are a criminal. And until you prove yourself innocent, you're a blood clot criminal. The Prime Minister of Jamaica remain a fucking criminal. And no matter what so could Cliff Hughes and dirty bumbo clot, so could George Davis and say the Prime Minister of Jamaica remain as a fucking criminal.
Of government who has been referred for prosecution for illicit enrichment, which is a serious corruption offense, and other corruption offenses involving false declarations and not providing information requested by the Commission. And the approach that this government has been taking to these matters is not to require the persons who are being sent for prosecution to step back, which is a normal, conventional way that our system of government is supposed to operate, but rather to tough it out and keep them in the cabinet and take the matters to court to tie them up for as long as possible. This is not a government that is practicing good governance, practicing a strong, resolute approach to fighting corruption. No, instead we are seeing a culture of impunity, a culture of evasiveness, and a dangerous slope that the country is sliding down. Jamaica, beware, stand firm and vigilant in these matters. I'm warning you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We're vigilant, my Prime Minister, and we'll stand firm. So we're fighting for our cause. Stand firm, comrade, all true comrade. No comrade like Damon Crawford. Damon Crawford a blood clot Judas. And if you move him, pussy what I'm going to. And when I like you, no pussy. When I like you, you try to destabilize the party. You know, when I like you, no batty boy. You might feel like when I like your pussy. You can't say what they have fight for 5 years to build back the party and win a blood clot general election, and you come with feel like a blood clot shit about yourself. One this year, we not like your batty boy. Damon Crawford will tell us straight, we not like your pussy. You can try destroy with the most I have made. With the most I put together, you try to come break a slander. Move your blood clot bad man, power hungry, bumbo clot, goat man self and go. But the most I think Mark go there by accident. I think Mark go there by accident. Actually the most I know is at a time like this, the party need a brain like Mark Golden. So the most I reserve Mark Golden and preserve him for this time. And this look a blood clot, cheetah boat. Cheetah bumbo clot, bush, goat kid, rasta boy. Want to come be done boy, yeah? Eh? I talk about one wine do for party. Eh? There's no party a job. Eh? See if you take job for teach. Now your guys gonna teach, you gonna teach. Now your job. Eh? What kind of recognition you look? That is your fucking job. You resign for go do your job. So you come talk about this and talk about what you do. And people do great on what you do and not talk. You do a Canadian like them though. You do a Philip Powell though. Eh? You do a Dayton Cameron though. You do a Mark Golden though. You come talk about though. People do great on what you do and not talk. You come back and talk about what you do. When you fit talk and not talk, you don't know what you do. I try to destabilize the blood clot party for Andrew Honest. And this is that you do. I try to destabilize the People's National Party for Andrew. That if you talk about pussy, we can't like your batty boy. And 5 years me there I talk on YouTube free of cost. and lose night rest, night after night, night after night, free of cost. We fight for help build back Jamaica. And you come from nowhere. But you want to come be leader, boy. That we never approve that. Who authorized that? We never authorized that. So where you come from? With few blood clot bad man self. Who authorized that? And I come paint a picture like all of the right cut off from member of parliament if them want a challenge, should be a leadership challenge. The proper channel if you do true, it is no longer there. Hey boy, if you just lift up and go in a batty boy. If you just lift up and go, pussy. The Integrity Commission report come out in a time like this when 15 man amongst Andrew on this under investigation and for charge and the report come on you not read it. You not work. Leave the work. Leave the blood clot work. But you only have focus on your portfolio. Since when? Since when? Me say, we had me feel look at Jodas blood clot. Pussy all them in the country. Blood clot. Where them a blood clot sell out come from, man? Eh? Them a bumbo clot. Sell out blood clot. Jamaica. Now where they come from? Sure blood clot. Sure. Anyway, listen to this from Outer Road. Sure.
Majesty, it's Outer Road speaking. Greetings, saying, me I tell you something where you don't know, or maybe you know and I ignore the fact. I'm going to tell you exactly what takes place in the world because it's when I run out and I talk about the Prime Minister say no food can plant if it come from rather. Let me tell you something one and know. To be honest with you all, let me let go the post out of the bag. Prepare yourself to be slave again. Just prepare yourself to be slave again. Cause listen up now. Your water will be controlled by Hanjo. Your light will be controlled by Hanjo. Your money will be controlled by Hanjo in a digital currency. You understand me? Your movements will be controlled by Hanjo, which is the JUTC bus them. And them I go back and forth with. Like a goat and cow.
Yeah, I say them something here, you know. And some people think they are joking and making my boss. Me tell them them are something already in the Outer Road. Me been attack them as something here, man. Me been attack them as something here. I just fed me get for the pants. Sure. Who can hear go feel that, sir? Marcus Garvey said them not going to themselves till them back against the wall. But the power them I give Andrew. Bumbo clot. A wicked pussy will like this. Yo, that is why I tell you. Chat. I don't like him, 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 boy. Chat. I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him. Tell me I follow future fan, boy. I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him. Chat. I hate him, boy. I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him.
And then so you go back to slavery. Then go tell you much time for fuck, much pitney you can get, when you fi move, when you not fi move, when you fi shop, when you not fi.
When time the truckers them in Canada did a protest against a mandatory vaccination in Canada. And then decided they didn't not take no vaccine. And then start protest. What Justin Trudeau do? Lock down their money. Justin Trudeau lock down their money. How you think the government could have get to have the power there? Because the citizens them give them control, make them turn the money into digital. And when the money is digital money, the money is no longer yours. When Andrew get the whole of the Jamaican money to become digital, the money is the government now. It is no longer yours. When Andrew get the whole system digital, you no longer have any talk. it become a dictator country and a slavery country. So if Marco Rubio say, Andrew, I have to kind of suffer the people them for a little bit because I want to test some virus on them and I know them are going to resist. So I mention this and if they resist, I suffer them. And say Andrew come and talk when I talk and the people then resist. And just put on some sufferation. And then blackmail them to do what they want them to do. Because they control the money. So they can't they control everything. What a world them a create. And the people them so fucking blind. They went and their eye open to what happened. It is too late, they can't do no changes again. It will cause war. And enough of them are going dead because through them not aware of the time. Them are going to do things in a brute force. And them are going dead. It's only the people them who are aware, who is aware of the time, going to survive the time. Believe only the people them who is aware of the time are going to survive what is to come. The people them who don't understand what is to come, who don't know, the moment them know, them are going to react. They're going to die.
Shop. Who not ready for that? So not better come make no noise when you hear them say, you no can't plant no food, you no can't plant no banana and yam. You're controlled by the government. Here, a GMO them will give rather genetical thing, GMO.
Remember, you know, them test on you know, when you don't have to lie to no animal. Remember when them don't have to lie to no animal? Put everything in place, man. You don't have to pay attention. You don't drink too much rum. You don't party too much. And busy I look views from social media, fans. You busy I look likes and views from social media, taps and rows and money. Instead of you pay attention. So the freedom will get take away. But them alone if you go and get this track in the matrix. While them put everything in place. When you open the eye, it's going to be a brand new world for one of my brothers and sisters.
They kill insect, but it reduce mankind. You understand me? So you decide how long you have left to live. Government control you, motherfucker, if you don't know. You understand me? So stop running up and down. And when you hear me talk, you jump and people comment and don't know what's taking place. It is what it is. Only one person knows what happened to it. It's the person that went in the press conference overseas and they told him that the people will be slave again. So all the law where yesterday come in are just that them a get down to. Take away driver's license and a taxi man alone. Everybody driver's license will get take away. And the only people what can put up resistance is fucking we.
Every Jamaican talk about divide and conquer. Whether you're a labor right or you're a PNP, several times, I know they on different corner, and them type of reason come up. Oh, then what do you think they get to say black people? Divide and conquer, you know. Divide and conquer, you know. See them scatter away all over the world. In Jamaica, the people them on the land, now look on the divide and conquer, we are going on the land itself. They now look on the divide and conquer, we are going amongst them. And Jonas benefit, Donald Trump and Marco Rubio benefit when Jamaica stay divided. The system only can continue when the people them stay divided. But some people have sellout genes in them body, sellout genes. So back in a time when the place is more brutal, our ancestors are call these people them possessed with demons, so they don't normally kill out them type of people that are possessed with demons because they not good for the land, them will bring curse to the land. You remember them type of vibe there? When they say people possessed with demons, them will bring curse. When I watch some long time look on novels, them say them that particular person that curse, and them are going to bring curse to the land so they execute him. Well, the labor right them is the same type of people who not seen these novel. Then curse. So with them upon the land, it only bring death and destruction. Because of the labor right them. Them don't know, you know. Because the past don't enough for them. But them, the labor right them, only the supporters them. To have them around, they only cause death and destruction. And it is the truth and nothing but the truth. Labor right supporters just being around only cause death and destruction. I'm gonna check it. Check it.
We have to rise up and come together, not until we are unite. This can't stop. So stop killing one another, pussy wall. You hear? Yeah, I that me I beg enough to do. Wake up, if I lie me I tell me hang myself. Yeah.
And I lie I tell man, so leave mother think about that. Anyway, that video I'm going to play now. I have one whole heap of video to play now. Hold it man. Hold it, hold it. The one I'm going to play now. I want to know if you hear what there. This.
Farming you go come talk about if you not have receipt for sure. Eh? Stinking batty boy hand joke. You saw the blood clots on hot. And we are clean up place we do farming. And you go talk about so we have to have receipt for sure. Because police are going to lock up man if they not have a receipt. And you can pay $3 million. You are sent come out in the sun come weed up place and do farming. Suck pussy hand joke. You feel, yo, you're a bucky boy or a strong. Man, fi kick on now no blood clot face, you know. You saw the sun hot, and you go talk about, you go charge people. Eh? You do them farming, and you lock up in a air condition. Yo, all the police boy them where top people about lies and they sitting there. As you look for the people them lies, you not go blood clot blind. You know fi blind. Yeah? You know to bomb buckler wicked, but suck on a mama.
Yes, to Mr. Andrew Holness. Good morning, sir. I hear a local incident I go around upon the apps, you know, and just to me as a farmer, I no plan for Glasspole no blood clot one year, you know. Come sit down here, sir, and make sure your pants are coming and no fracking, you know. So you hear me, I say no, no. Here you say, Rado. All the people them I did when look farming in them yard, them need to go get registered by Rado. So tell us something. When we are putting the blood clot food them inside the yard is in for help ease some of the pressure when we go shop. That's when we have to buy them dear stuff that we plant where we can rain and where we can plant flour, we can plant rice, we can plant cornmeal. I will not have no meal for meal them. You understand what I mean, good boy? So you see like all the cocoa and the yam, the dashing, the planting, the what they call it, banana and pine and coconut and all these things. Like I tell you, blood clot something, Mr. Government. When I put in these things, you know, I strengthless. And the Almighty and I ancestors them alone they around me. I don't see blood clot you. Now your body man friend them where work a rad where you want me to go blood clot support. Me not support them a bumbo clot. Them don't get enough support already. When people go buy fertilizer, buy this a spray, buy that the spray. Mr. Government, you know something about farming pussy? Eh? Hey, don't get me dark, you know. And me one put in them a gongo. Look, me one. And gongo me have over 100 gongo tree and we don't back there. You see me see it here? All of them things, Mr. Government. Mr. Government, don't get me dark. If you get me dark, you remember Dopey Flynn? You remember Bumbuckler Pricker Boy? You remember Ratty Gang? You remember Bumbuckler Jackman thing? Don't make we have to go back, and we don't really want to go back in the Mr. Government. See, I just buy some new pints. You know me? You rather give me $1 to come put them in? Tell me something if rather give me $1. You see me? I'm just, then they are just, well, just a deal. Mr. Government, I don't want me have nothing in Jesus' name, you know. I mean, your blood clot friend them, you know. Now the youths them will try to hold them meds and I do some farming to change them bumbo clot life, you know, because I don't want Jamaica youths them to change. See, youth them are change and I put in some great work here. Why is it? You know, don't want the youth them to change them lifestyle. We don't want the youth them to change them clothes, them sheet, them shoes, them pillowcase, them underpants. Mr. Government, stop fuck with we, no man, and all the money and them things that can change, and the youth them can change them life, you know, so why is it? We not pressure us, brother. All me see you put pounds, Mr. Government, pressure. Look, no man, I want, you know, more time, I want some strength, I'm strengthless, and I'm a blood clot field, Mr. Government. You know more time, right now, if I put him back some potato, I never have no strength, look, no man, see there, look, we have to buy water, we have to do a blood clot, and nothing no granted to poor people free around here. You see me? And when all the things granted to poor people, you see me? I have to come vote for now. I all the blood clot thing that Mr. granted. Whether if some people I get me don't know them. You see me? I tell them, look, I'm a one and God put in them great work and cross so Mr. Government, stop ramping me, Mr. Government. I hear you perplex my blood clot burning. You see me? I plan 2 years already on the perplex, them have to run in right now. My family buy this. And put I to make myself be a man. Don't make me have to go back to Wishpound or so no want Jamaica to change from. And that me I tell them I not talk with no blood clot water in my mouth neither. Look for me. Eh? That's who me say handsome man. Me did ugly in the street. Believe you me no man. Dark and corrupt man. So now when you see me now push them vibration that hurt nobody. Me just company apps and now glaps. Me chat what is right. Chat facts. Stop fuck. Yeah? Lazy man no do them a type of work, Mr. Government. And rather no come on, come give no man no strength, Mr. Government. I rather do I take fan away. And your friend them tell them to ease off. Else we go squeeze off. And hey, you me say? Hey, no move now. Oh. You think that I no fuck with a big batty boy?
So we all feel pressure yet in a Jamaica. Wait till somebody wake up all. We usually sell per roadside and they have a local stall and sit. Here, wait till you wake up one morning and when you go put out you look a regular spot where you normally blood clot sell. You just see two man just come and tell you so pack up on things. Or they just go pack you for you and fling you in a jail. Charge of a vendor in per roadside and they think that. Yeah man, right now the country so reach a point where some around here go kill your blood clot cause we a nation where love go hustle and anything there. All down to we hustling, them a pussy as we take far away. We can't sell certain place on the roadside again where you usually bring in a local income for somebody. Watch and see, it a go reach a point where somebody can't do certain local hustling or we usually do to survive. Me I tell you, them
That come with the Labour Right Party, my brother. This come with the Labour Right Party. See? But I want to hear this from the daughter. A matter of fact, you know, before that, I want to hear this about the Jamaican them where them catch you that day. Only you see a shower past the gang them. When you see the Jamaica Labour Party I try to build back the shower past the gang. So I remember gun trafficking and then link them to, you know, only listen to reason, yeah. Only like and share, go and tell on a friend.
For taking the time. A lot has been happening, Dr. Figueroa, and we want to start at sort of a breaking news, if you will, because we're hearing news out of the United States that in Nassau, that is Long Island, that we're seeing that there has been some arrests made of Jamaicans, we're told, in a dragnet. And it's interesting because the Gleaner, for example, is reporting that they have been, the identifications there. 6 Jamaican men accused of being members of a violent street gang in Nassau County in Long Island, New York, in the United States, have been arrested and charged with gun trafficking and gun offenses. We are being told that these men are connected to, and this is the word they use, violent street gangs also in Jamaica. What's your initial response to this report coming out of Long Island, New York?
Well, after I read the reports that came out in various media, The first comment I made to myself was a new order of the posse. That is entirely different from what we were exposed to in the first order of the posse. Remember, there was a time when America released a set of moral panics about the threat posed by the Jamaican posses in America.
Yes.
In fact, they created trend in Agua in the mold of the original Jamaican posse model that they invented. And this was supposed to be a group of Jamaicans noted for their wanton violence and their aggressive act of exploitation of American white people, which made the Jamaican posse in its first manifestation a grave threat to the heartland, therefore meriting their eradication by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
When I read the various descriptions, certain things immediately jumped out at me. We are now talking about New York State.
Yes.
One, we are talking about people, a significant proportion of them, who have addresses in Queens,
Mm-hmm.
but the bus took place in Nassau County, Long Island. And I said to myself, the order of power of the illicit trade, this is proof that it has changed dramatically in New York State and New York City. Because Long Island was at one time the domain of American organized crime. The next thing I noticed is that these individuals were moving illicit weapons made in America, purchased in American states with loose laws concerning weapon possession, unlike New York State and New York City especially. So it was a return to the early trade of the 1970s in New York, where you will leave New York for a Saturday night special. You will go to Georgia, purchase your guns, smuggle them into New York and sell them in New York because of the very strict weapon laws in New York City. There was always a market for illicit guns. What I note about this group is that you are there to make money. You are not there to terrorize. They stuck in this talk about violent street gang to bring out the moral panic going back to the first posse system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it was not violence in the streets that pointed the fingers to the group.
Mm-hmm.
It was by happenstance that you stumbled upon a well-disciplined, orchestrated, multi-product, organized crime group, because it wasn't only illicit weapons, there was illicit drugs.
Because it's interesting that they say this, as you say, happenstance. There's a traffic stop in 2025, and it is during this is the traffic stop in 2025 that leads you to this organized group. And it seems to me by reading some of the other reports that there had to be, and they've mentioned this, I think, serious infiltration into the group by DEA, CIA, you name it, ICE, and so on, because they've actually said that the group was infiltrated and they ended up selling, according to some of the reports, weapons and drugs to United States operatives. So you're saying just the personality of this gang, you're saying this is not a violent street gang. This is an organized group. This is an organization that is, tell us the characteristic that you are picking up from this group.
From what I have read and analyzed, they are showing, they exhibited the discipline of the new order of power that is exerting hegemony over New York City and New York State today. That is Pax Mexicana. They are exhibiting all of the discipline. And what is going to happen is that you are going to jail this cell that you have penetrated, but you can go no further in the organizational line because of the cell structure of Pax Mexicana's business model and the fact that you run your business on a need-to-know basis. So this cell that you have dismembered cannot give up the rest of the organization.
Because one of the things that I've looked at, Dr. Figueroa, was are there, cause they infiltrated this cell since 2025, and one of the things that I'm looking at is, are there any corresponding arrests in Jamaica? And I've gone through scouring the media to see, did we hear anything that seems to be related to what's happening there? Because they say this is an international, Jamaican international gang. You're saying exhibiting the characteristics of Pax Mexicana. And can I just draw a line to say, underscore this, that in all of the conversations that we have had over the few years that we've been speaking, you have pointed to this new Pax Mexicana or Pax Colombiana, the struggle between, but also the connection back to the United States and how it is morphing and how it has morphed and what it has morphed into. So what we're seeing is exactly what you have been talking about. Now I hear you saying, this is it. This is just a cell. You have dismantled that. It's not going to take you anywhere else because of the nature of Pax Mexicana. So are we not going to see corresponding arrests, because they say this is an international Jamaican gang here in Jamaica?
If they were under the Colombian order of power, they would have penetrated right back to the capo, because the way the Colombians do business, the capo controls everything. The product, the washing of the money, the transportation of the illicit products, the selling of the illicit products, everything goes back to the capo. And those who are on the front line selling know who is the capo. So that is how you dismember them. But with the Mexicans, you don't know who is calling the shots. The entire thing is cellular in structure, and you work on a need-to-know basis because they have sent generations to the best business schools in the world, and they have learned the theory of redundancy well.
Let us underscore also that they have already gone into court and they have all pled not guilty. And so these are the pleadings from the 6 men charged in one of the largest narcotics and firearms trafficking bust in Nassau County. That's in Long Island. If you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see that Peter has put the information up there, and you've gone to the DEA website. Peter, this is where this is coming from. headline from the DEA, one of the largest, and they're saying this is historic. This has never happened in Long Island before. This is historic. This is basically what they're saying. And they're making a point to say that this is an international Jamaican gang. This is the thing. Yes. What does that mean in the wider context of things, especially when you think of the Shield of the Americas and the rhetoric we're hearing from Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, and specifically Marco Rubio about security. We heard Carrie Lake with it recently too, about security in the Caribbean waters. What does this mean for Jamaica?
What it shows is that you have Jamaicans who are well integrated into Pax Mexicana. They are there in Nassau County to earn for the organization. That is the imperative of the organization. You must earn. The imperative is not killing. It is earning. And they were good earners. They will plead guilty. They will plead not guilty. If at a strategic moment the rule is you plead guilty, you take your jail, you shut your mouth, and they take care of your family. That's the rule.
But we have a not guilty plea from...
Yes, they will start off with not guilty.
And we've heard that there are about half of them who are, or three of them who are not legal in the United States, so they are in a different ICE custody at a different level. Mm-hmm. And I suppose, I don't know what kind of pressure has been put on there. And then we're hearing others are on different kinds of visas and so on, but that these are all Jamaicans. The names have been released also. We won't go through the names this morning. But how might America respond and in terms of what leverage America continues to have? And this might seem like a small thing, but when you think of the Shield of the Americas, the plans of the United States through the Donroe Doctrine or the Monroe Doctrine, the militarization of the Caribbean waters and the pressure on Jamaica by the United States under the guise of security, including the Shield of the Americas, how might America pressure Jamaica on this one thing? And I'm going to ask you to hold that in your mind while I give you a scenario of what has happened over the last 2 weeks. Oh no, let me have you answer that, because we have 2 minutes before we take.
Yes, you see, the problem America faces is that the Shield of the Americas was not devised to tackle the illicit trades as it exists today. Anything you read concerning the Shield of the Americas, what they describe as the illicit trades of the Caribbean, is a misnomer. It never existed. It is a fabrication of masses' mind to justify a white supremacist, militarist, adventurous position of we come to reconquer what is ours, our manifest destiny. So that is why they continue to talk about violent Jamaican, young Jamaican, because they are stirring up the moral panic of the first posses. And that is the leverage. But the question Jamaicans must ask themselves, what does Jamaica have that America wants? Because it is clearly apparent that you are engaging with selected people because they have something you want. So in Trinidad and Tobago this morning, the news is, it is a done deal that the American AI centers will be built. And even though we all know our electrical grid and our water production and distribution system cannot take that blow, because our electricity distribution company and our water production distribution company are both bankrupt.
And yet Trinidad, and interestingly enough, because I've seen a report, and you can tell me how true this is, that this decision by Trinidad is also done within this context of of the Shield of the Americas. That's the framework within which this is being done. This is so?
Yes.
So Trinidad has now gone ahead and agreed to building one of the largest data centers for artificial intelligence in the region in Trinidad. We know how much water that is going to take, and I hear you saying Trinidad doesn't have the capacity, whether it is water or possibly land.
Yes. The both companies are bankrupt. The both grids need extensive investment to bring us into the 21st century. But that is what Massa wants, Massa gets. So we had the situation where the Prime Minister is saying where a AI center will be located. And a statement coming from the American Embassy in Trinidad saying, no, the best place for the AI center is not there, it's in Point Lisa.
So the government of Trinidad is saying one place, and the U.S. is saying, no, it can't be there. No. It has to be. And I suppose they're saying this because of where the water sources is. And this resembles the early 2010s or 2000s when China, when Jamaica under Portia Simpson Miller entered into a contract with China to construct the highways, North-South Highway and so on, and gave to China land of their choice. But it's interesting because Jamaica then came out when we started questioning that in this space, what land, because we heard it was a roaring river, which is a watershed area that controls almost half of the island's water sources, that we raised the alarm. We spoke with the minister at the time, Omar Davies, and we were really, really angry about it. But then they came out and said, no, it was St. Catherine. But then China came out and said, no. We have surveyed the land, and it is the Roaring River, Marmy Bay, Civil Heights area, the place where Marcus Garvey, Mwalimu Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born, where his parents were enslaved. And now China did say they were going to build a Chinatown there, and they did say they were going to control the Roaring River. And they have already changed the course of the Roaring River, which controls half of the island's water sources, and they have already they are in the process of building the largest Chinatown that we've seen in this side of the world. But it's interesting because Trinidad is shaping up to be a very similar situation where they're saying, no, we know the data center is going to take a lot of water, but this is where you're going to go. But America is saying, we have surveyed this land. And it's not there. It's going to be in another area. What can you tell us about that area, Dr. Figueres, that America is saying that this is where it should be?
Point Lisa is the area where all the downstream gas industries of Trinidad and Tobago is located.
Oh.
So it is a strategic imperative. So it has a grid and a water supply dedicated to it. Because on that industrial estate with the gas downstreamers, they use a lot of industrial water. They are the largest users of industrial water and electricity in Trinidad and Tobago. So he came up publicly and said, that is where we want it. But the question that arises with the data centers in Trinidad, are they Pentagon contractors? That's the question.
Who are the contractors?
Yes, if they are Pentagon contractors.
What does that mean?
That means they have the security clearance, and that means they have the protection of the United States security apparatus.
And this, of course, is being done under the Shield of the Americas.
Yes,
Regardless of how we see the Shield of the Americas, because we're dismissive of it in principle. But they are rolling this out. And even as we go back to, say, the AI water crisis, we're looking at how much water this is going to take. We know that factually that the Caribbean cannot even begin to support the plans for AI and AI data centers across the Caribbean. You have raised a question, Dr. Darius, about Jamaica must answer this question also. What is it that the United States wants from Jamaica? But also I think the question is, what does Jamaica want from the United States? Because it appears to me as if Jamaica is angling or haggling for a position within the Shield of the Americas, similar to what Trinidad and Tobago has, and what Dominican Republic has, and also what Guyana has. This seems to be something that Jamaica itself is pushing for. I'm talking about the government of Jamaica, this JLP administration, not the people. Because the people don't even know what this is.
Well, what is happening? When I read the media reports on your deputy, but the presentation your deputy prime minister made in Peru, who is also your minister of national security.
Yes.
And when I read it was straight out of the same Shield of the Americas playbook that our Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar used to make a presentation in the House of Representatives of Trinidad and Tobago, where she stood up and justified our position in the Shield of Americas.
I want to pause for a minute and to call Jamaica to attention at this moment, because this is a moment that it's a make or break for the island. So I want to pause and to call Jamaica to attention and to say, if your family is not listening, ask them to tune in. Call your friends, ask them to tune into this conversation. Because you heard Dr. Figueroa mention Deputy Prime Minister Horace Chang and the speech he made at the 17th Conference of Ministers of Defense of the Americas, which was held in Cusco, Peru.
Listen to this.
It was held from the 7th to the 10th of July. I want Dr. Darius, let me preface this question with something which I don't think that you're aware of. A few weeks ago, the Prime Minister of Jamaica posted on his social media pages, I follow him everywhere on his social media pages, and I saw him post that he will be going to the United States to collect an award, and that's connected to GIS or GPS or something. He was going to go collect that award, and then while he's out of Jamaica, Minister Babsy Grange would be in charge of government. So I found it strange, but he continued to say, because usually it's the Deputy Prime Minister, Horace Chang, but then he said, because while Minister Chang is on official business, so that caught my attention, because I said, if Minister Chang is going to be on official business, why is it that we know that the Prime Minister is going to go into America, where he's going to America, who is going to collect the award from, and the award that he's going to collect? But the only information we have on Mr. Chang is that he was going on official business. That's number one. Number two is that I checked the government news agency, I checked all the Minister of Information, the Ministry of Information, the Office of the Prime Minister, every other site. And they all reported on this, that the Prime Minister is going to collect the award, Minister Grange will be in charge of the government, and Mr. Chang would be on official business. No information about where he would be, what he was going to do, and why, just that he was going to be on official business. Then Nationwide News Network reported that Mr. Chang made a speech, the one you referred to, in Peru, and that he called for regional support on security, which is a similar speech, as you're pointing out, made by Kamala Persad-Bissessar in Parliament. That speech was deleted from one of the nationwide sites. I do not know why. I found it elsewhere on their Instagram. But what I found interesting is that there's a lot of reporting out of Peru on the entire conference, the 17th Conference of Ministers of Defense of the Americas. There's a lot of reporting out of some reporting out of the United States. But within the Caribbean, and specifically within Jamaica, there has been only, so far, up to last night, on the Nationwide News Network, that one story that appeared one place and then was deleted, but then wasn't deleted from the Instagram page, which spoke to what the minister said and where he was. So media generally haven't really covered this. I want you to put that in perspective for me. Why do you think there is so much silence around this particular conference? Because it is, the 17th annual conference. There's no big deal about it. Obviously, it is being done within the context of the Shield of the Americas. We're seeing a lot of reporting on that. But why do you think that there has been so much silence, especially given the speech that Nationwide is reporting that was made by Dr. Horace Chang?
When you have silence, that means you are convinced that you have need to hide something. So what has happened is that the meeting in Peru went on at the most strategic time in the politics of Latin America. You have what is going on in Bolivia.
In Colombia.
What is going on in Colombia, where the President Petro has indicated that the incoming president won by straight electoral fraud. You have a new president coming into Peru, and most important, Brazil is coming under increasing pressure from Trump, because you want Lula to lose the upcoming presidential, and you want a white supremacist back in that position. So there is, while you are speaking about people who meddle in your politics, you are openly ensuring that your shield of the Americas go back to the Cold War mentality applied of, by any means necessary, you will now have servile politicians running Latin American states. Now, it is clearly apparent that Venezuela is now an occupied colony of America. You sent in 500 Marines under the command of a Marine Major General as earthquake relief. And you have no intention to go. And you are in fact monitoring your military presence in Venezuela as we speak.
And military presence, it's interesting because we've had the USS Fort Lauderdale, of course the USS Nimitz was docked in Kingston Harbor, but not as significant as the USS Fort Lauderdale that was docked in Ocho Rios from June 18. It's not there now. It was there from June 18 until July 16. And I think up to today, since the USS Fort Lauderdale docked in Ocho Rios, not a single cruise ship has arrived in Ocho Rios. Remember that we have had cruise ships coming into Ocho Rios, in the Ocho Rios pier, at least, Peter, 3 times per week? Listen, Old Rios is a tourist center. The cruise ships come in more than the buses run on the road. And that's slight exaggeration. But since in USS Fort Lauderdale docked in the Old Rios Pier June 18 to July 16, not a single cruise ship has arrived. And this also demonstrates how fickle tourism is. Now, I do not know why there seems to be a random connection between that warship, which carries soldiers and warplanes and war paraphernalia. I do not know why there seems to be this random connection between the two things that nobody's asking any question about apart from in this space. But it seems to me as if those two things are connected, Dr. Figueroa.
Well, the length of time the ship was docked at Ocho Rios sent a message. And the logical deduction to make when faced with silence from the U.S. government is impending attack on Cuba.
And you think it's an attack on Cuba as opposed to the threat to China?
Well, but it all is part of the same strategy. So if you are running a cruise business, why are you going to put your business in jeopardy when a ship of war is so long docked at Ocho Rios to do what?
Well, that is a question. This is another thing for journalism in Jamaica, is that either we don't know, journalism is that our journalists are partying. And so that there is a civil society is funded into a funding crisis, and people are afraid to speak.
So the journalists in Jamaica get a beating from Cabo. Anyway, my viewers and subscribers, big up on yourself. This is where I say so long, because as I have 16 half a 2, I go to work 9 o'clock. So just check the time. So big up on yourself, God and good road here. The road is love. I'm going to close off with, I have one Pattinson, I have one loaded man. Loaded, but I close off with this.
So, pick up all of the farmer man, till the soil and farm the land. Oh, pick up all the farmer woman, with a cutlass in her hand, the mother of civilization, trying her best for the eradication of starvation. What a situation, and this a nation. So she program, so make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Come make we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The song keeps sing so. Pick up all of the farmer man, till the soil and farm the land. Oh, pick up all the farmer woman, till a cutlass in her hand, the mother of civilization, trying her best for the eradication of starvation. What a situation, and this a nation. So she program,